Hello everybody. So I come to you guys not as Mega Crasher, but as the man behind that persona on YouTube, Corey Chase. Just your average 25-year-old with a lot of energy, but can also be calm, chill, and professional at the same time. So this right here is what you could say is a follow-up video from my last video, that being addressing the state of the Pokemon community, which I did with Regdrags, in which once again I want to thank you very much for helping me out with that video. I honestly couldn't have done that video without you. It took a long time and a lot of effort and energy for this video to come together, and I'm still kind of feeling a bit worn out from that video, to be honest with you. So I want to also apologize to everyone for not uploading today yet. It's 6 o'clock, and this right here is like my first video of today. So I want to apologize to you guys for that, and I will be getting right back on track right after this video. But this video, I want to kind of get off of my chest a couple of things and kind of just talk to you guys a little bit. First off, I want to start out with an apology to those who seen the video and was either uncomfortable or off-put from my anger in that video, and I was really, really hot-headed in that video. And I felt like I had a good reason to be, but at the same time, you know, the last thing I wanted was to scare any of my friends off, if that being the case. So, if that happened, I sincerely apologize from the bottom of my heart. Just with things like this that deal with mental and or physical disabilities, and when you are going to either abuse your power or whatnot, that's stuff I take very serious. You know, like if you are in a high position in anything and you resort to personal attacks, I feel that's very unacceptable and very uncalled for. Now, I will admit that when can't remember which point in the video, but it's definitely in there. When I basically went off at one point or another, and I said that people that like to pick on people who are disabled and use the R word as, you know, some cool word or whatever, you know, saying that they're scum and piece of shit. I want to apologize for the fact that, you know, like, I shouldn't have said it in that sort of context. However, my message I do not at all take back, because of the fact that it's not okay to be doing this kind of shit and thinking that you can get away with it. Okay, I don't care who you are or who you think you are. You don't ever, ever target someone or make fun of someone because they're disabled. Okay, none of this autistic piece of shit stuff. None of this. You're fucking retarded shit. And I hate using that word. Okay, I fucking hate it. But you know, it's just I feel like that something like this had to be done, because I feel like that if, you know, this was just going to keep going on and on and on and going unchallenged, you know, who was going to finally crack and speak up and stand up against this stuff? I felt like that if I wasn't going to do it, who the hell was? So, you know, I needed to take a stand. Like, and for those of you guys who know me for a while, you guys know that I am very, very anti-bullying. Like, that's just who I am. I proved it before plenty of times in the past, and this here is just another case of me proving it again. Now I would like to explain slash apologize about something else here. When I was saying, when in the title, when I said, you know, addressing the state of the Pokemon community, what I mean by community is, I guess you could say, like, the community in general, not just talking about Nugget Bridge, I'm not just talking about things like Smogon or VGC or, you know, whatever, like casuals, whatever. I don't know. But basically, this right here was to showcase an example of the kind of shit that happens in our community. And it's a community that I'm very passionate about. I'm very much passionate about being a part of it. And, you know, I speak for hundreds upon thousands of people when I say those very words. So when I see things like this that happen, you know, I get very uncomfortable, you know? And I was going to go ahead and keep quiet about this, because, you know, there were things that happened in the past that, you know, I really, really wanted to, take a chomp at it, But I was just like, okay, nope, I'm, gonna stay out of this. Um, but this right here was pretty much unacceptable. And, that's what spurred me into action and made the video the way I did. Now, the reason I did is because, it's one thing to have a disagreement. It's one thing, to, like, say, it's one thing to, like, say some things like, like, oh, like, um, you're stupid, or, like, you're an idiot, or, oh, only kids play Pokemon or whatever. But and none of that stuff's okay. Okay, I just want you guys to know that. Like, no insults whatsoever are ever okay to try and get your point across. But when you go so low to make a personal attack, and I'm talking menacingly personal, I'm talking about targeting mental or physical disablements, or disabilities, um, and you know try and act like that. Oh, it's all good. Like, it's not a big deal or whatever. Blah blah blah. It's like, well, yeah, it is a big deal. Because let me ask you guys a question. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. How would you feel? Okay, how would you feel? If you growing up, you had, you know, a sister, a brother, who had a mental or physical disability, and they were being picked on relentlessly every single day. And you'd see them come home from school either, beaten up or battered, or, in tears because, they were like being driven crazy at the school because of this incessant bullying. How would you guys feel? How would you feel if you guys had a kid who went through the same sort of thing? Point I'm trying to make is, if you don't want to go through stuff like this yourself, or you don't want to see your loved ones go through shit like this, don't put other people through it. I'm telling you right now, that is a bad idea. If you want to get your point across, and if you want to make your case more valid, and, be heard in a more respectful and better light, don't resort to personal attacks. Plain and simple. You know? Um, Now, I will say that this is the kind of stuff that you will find in every community, potentially, in, say, Yu-Gi-Oh!, in, say, Digimon, World of Warcraft, Halo, Call of Duty. Communities like that, like, pretty much every community has the potential uh, to be able to have things like this happen. Is it okay? Hell no. And I think that people in power should be able to do something about this if, they come across it. Rather than just ignore it, because, there's some people that would ignore it. They'll go, if you ignore it, just go away. Well, here's the thing. This kind of stuff's been happening for a long time. And, has anyone really stepped up and done anything about it? To my knowledge, not very many people. So the way I see it is, if you're not going to stand up and say something, who is? So I felt like that I needed to spur into action and, take this stand for you guys. Now, I would like to address Makiri. I think that's how his name is. I apologize if I got your name wrong. Makiri. I seen your tweet on Twitter, and it had a link in it to Twit Longer, and what that is it's basically it's an extension of Twitter where you can post something that's way more than 140 characters. And I had the chance to read your blog, read your story. Kind of changed my mind a little bit. I will admit, it changed my mind a little bit. Uh, I do not take back my frustrations about when you called my friend Roland the R word. However, I do acknowledge and give you credit where credit's due. When not only did you make an apology, but you also, explained your side of the story. And, as much of a good friend as I am to Roland, and as much as I will have that boy's back any day of the week, I gotta say that, your side of the story, it's pretty pretty clean to me. And I just want to say that I hope that this right here can be worked out, because I feel like that all of this started over simple miscommunications over a battle. That's it. And it got taken to this point here. So, in closing, I would just like to say to everybody that I thank you guys very, very much from the bottom of my heart with all the support that you guys have given me in that video. Now, I was expecting to get, you know, a lot more negative comments or a lot more white knight comments towards, like, you know, all the bullying and stuff like that. But no, I had actually quite a few people step forward and, you know, confess me some pretty personal stuff. I'm just like, oh my God, wow, you guys are brave. You guys are incredibly brave. And I want to thank everybody. Thank you very much. You know, you guys, I'm telling you, you guys mean the fucking world to me. I'm telling you. You know, this is another reason why I do YouTube, is to come across people like all of you. You guys are absolutely amazing. I want to thank you guys so much. You guys humble me in ways I can't even explain. So I want to thank you guys very much, and I also want to thank you guys for watching this video if you have. I apologize for talking your guys' ear off. I'm going to be getting back to Pokemon content right after this. Trust me. So thank you guys very much for watching this video. And if you agree with this video and more or less, you know, accept my apology for being hot-headed in my last video, then please give this a thumbs up and let me know. You know, if not, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that you don't accept my apology for being hot-headed, but, you know, you gotta know that in the heat of the moment, when it comes to things that revolve around bullying, you guys know I don't put up with that stuff easily at all. I don't take it lightly. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for the next video, which I promise to be very, very awesome. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next upload. Thank you.